So I quit drinking a year and a half ago. Thank you, 5 people. I had to quit drinking. It was a physical thing. It was way harder than I thought it would be, though. Like, I thought it'd be easy to quit drinking. And I know that might sound stupid, but I've quit some pretty hard drugs before. So I thought booze is gonna be a cakewalk. But it's tougher with alcohol mentally because it's around everywhere all the time. I didn't deal with that before when I was quitting hard shit. I'd never been watching a football game on Sunday afternoon and they're like, welcome back to our second half, sponsored by cocaine. And then it cuts to a giant bag of Coke getting poured really slowly and majestically onto a mirror. Then a voiceover comes in, grown in the mountains of Colombia. Pure as the driven snow. Please enjoy cocaine responsibly. Cocaine is a proud sponsor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Who wants to go swimming or dancing or fighting? God damn it, I feel alive. I'm 30 years old. I have 3 roommates. Starting to think the math on that doesn't quite add up. A lot of my friends who are 30 are starting families and stuff now. That's cool, I'm happy for them. But some of them are kind of talking down to me now because I don't have those things. I don't care for that so much. Because I was having lunch with a buddy of mine that I haven't seen in 5 years. And in the past 5 years, he got married and had 2 kids. So we're catching up. I got a lot of questions. And then he's like, oh, enough about me and the family. What's new with you, pal? And I was like, well, I just moved into a new place. And then he said, that's exciting. What do you got, like a condo or a bachelor apartment? And then I said, no, it's a big house. And then he said, big house? Do you have roommates? And I was like, yeah, I've got 3 of them. And then he started talking to me like I was a piece of garbage. He's like, whoa, you have 3 roommates? That's disgusting. How do you live like that? And then he said, I could never do that. And I'm thinking in my head the whole time, you have 3 roommates, you son of a bitch. What are you talking about? Like, you just told me about them. You can call them a wife and kids, but they still count as roommates, you know? And I'll take my roommates over his roommates any day of the week. I smoke weed with my roommates. That's an amazing thing that we get to do together. If he smokes weed with his roommates, someone's gonna come to his house and take his roommates away because he's an unfit roommate. I turned 30, I'm convinced I don't want to get married now. Like, I don't know, it's not for me. I was thinking it over. If I marry somebody, the very best thing that's gonna happen is we're gonna stay together for like 30 or more years. And I just celebrated a 30th anniversary with myself, and I'm ready to go for a pack of smokes and never come home. I was also just done with dating. Like, I'll tell you why I stopped seeing this last girl. She moved here from India with her family when she was a kid. I loved dating an Indian girl. It was amazing. I'd love walking down the street with her holding hands and everyone would be looking over like, are those 2 shooting a commercial right now? This couple does not look like they belong together. And it was great until date 9 or 10. We're getting to know each other a little bit better. And she says this to me, you know, I'm not racist, but I don't like Jews very much. She just said that out of nowhere. So my eyebrows go in the air. I'm very surprised to hear this. She notices I'm surprised and then says in a panic, wait, are you Jewish? I felt like I was in Poland in 1939. I was like, no, why? What's gonna happen if I get this question wrong? And then after I said no, she said, oh, thank God. And then I said, what's wrong with you? Why do you hate Jews so much? And then she said, what's wrong with you? Why do you love Jews so much? Then I kind of snapped back. I was like, listen, I don't love Jews so much. And then she said, oh, thank God. And I was like, well, now she thinks I agree with her. So then I didn't know what to say, and this is what I came up with. I said, listen, I feel the same way about Jews as I do about everybody else. And then I swear to God, she looked me right in the eyes and said, yeah, I know what you mean. I hate Asians too. But then I got really confused because I was thinking, isn't India in Asia? Like, what is she talking about? This girl's Asian. And then I started thinking, is India in Asia? Where the fuck is that place exactly? I think like the big reason we're not solving racism is we all don't even agree on what is and is not racist. It is hard to solve a problem if you don't agree on what the problem is. An example of that would be, I had somebody tell me recently that I was racist. Why? Because I said the word minority. And then when I said, oh my God, I didn't know I was racist for saying that. What do I say from now on? This person said that I should say non-whites. Which I think sounds far more racist than minority. Non-whites, that sounds aggressive and angry. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to hear that in a Biggie song, for Christ's sake. Like, if it hit the chorus of like, and if you don't know, now you know, non-whites, I'd be like, oh my God, I love this song. I wouldn't even feel comfortable using the term non-whites talking about my laundry, for crying out loud. I got my non-whites over here, and my clothes that suck at basketball over here. That's the way I've always done it. I like to watch porn on the internet sometimes. I'm the only one, that's right. I do think it's weird, though, that 13-year-olds are growing up with this much pornography today. Like, that's messed up. That is gonna break their brains. When I was 13 and I wanted to masturbate, I had to search my house for something to masturbate to. Some days it'd be like, awesome, Dad left out a porno mag. Other days it'd be like, Mom left out a flyer for a patio sale with a woman dangling a sandal in a lawn chair. I'm gonna have to make this work right now. That's not my best joke, but it is my most personal. I used to masturbate to music videos growing up. I had to masturbate to music videos. A 13-year-old boy today is never gonna know that horrible, twisted pleasure. Sometimes it's amazing, other times, not so much. It's really hard to get the timing right. Like, do you know how many times in my childhood I accidentally ejaculated to Ja Rule's face? More than 0. That is too many times. There's nothing you can do. You'd come home, you're 13 years old, you're like, oh my God, there's a new Jennifer Lopez music video. Oh my God, she is the hottest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna masturbate because no one's home. And then you're like, oh my God, J-Lo, you're unbelievable. You on that beach. Oh my God, I didn't even know I liked women's asses till this very moment. I'm about to come close up, murder! Like, God damn it. That is not what I signed up for right now. Thank you so much, Montreal. Good night.